Good afternoon, YouTube. It is me, HDM Law Comics, coming to you on this Thursday afternoon, right before I go check out Whod's claim sale and auction tonight at 6 on his YouTube channel. I wanted to do this video because I went to my LCS, a couple LCSs, and did some digging and wanted to go through what I found, why I purchased it, and just some insight. So a couple shout outs. First, I want to shout out to Comically Flawed, Adam. I've watched him in auctions several times, and one of the things that we all do is we ask people in the chat, if you're looking for a certain book, let us know, and we'll see if we have it. And one auction I put in that I was looking for, Spectacular Spider-Man 101. I've been looking for that for quite some time. Couldn't find it. No one had it. And like I say, my philosophy is to try to find the best copy you can, raw, get it pressed and clean, present it, and get it slabbed at CGC if it's an important book or key, and then that way you maximize your return. And so I've been looking for it raw, and he didn't have it at the time, so I ended up buying a Spider-Man 1 Miles Morales hip-hop variant from him. And when he sent it, he included the Spectacular Spider-Man 101. And when I opened it and I saw it, I was like, I don't recall buying this, because I've been looking for it forever. And then I talked to him, and he said, yeah, you said that you were looking for it. It's not a great issue, but hey, I threw it in because, thanks for the support, and you waited patiently for your books. I was like, solid. That's really a solid thing, because this is a really, important book for me because I love the cover. And I'll get it pressed and clean and then send it off to get graded, but very solid. So shout out to Comically Flawed for doing that. Greatly appreciate it. Find him on IG under Comically Flawed. Really upstanding guy. So greatly appreciate that. So I've been going to my LCS. I'm going New Comic Book Day on Wednesday, and until that went yesterday, and another LCS that I go to dig through some bins, back into some long boxes, get some back issues, and trying to figure out what I'm looking for, how to improve my collection, or things that I think other people will be interested in, because I'm starting to appear on auction panels. And I think one of the things I like to do is, put together a decent lot for people that's a little different. So an example is that Batman the Killing Joke is considered just a one-shot. And, it's just a highly regarded book, been out for a long time. But little known, there are two Suicide Squad issues, I want to say 48, 49, that are tie-ins to the Killing Joke. And on the cover of the Suicide 48, you have the Joker confronting Barbara Gordon in the wheelchair, and in 49 you have Barbara Gordon in the wheelchair pointing a gun out. And when you look it up, it says that they're tie-ins to the Batman Killing Joke. So I got those two issues, and I had them, and I presented them with a Killing Joke. And when I put it up for the auction, it was one of those where it's like, the other panels go, I had no idea that, because I didn't know, had no idea that there was a tie-in to this story. You just knew the story. So the person who got it was very appreciative, because they said, I had no ideas, but now I can read the other tie-ins. So one of the other things that I was able to do was the Venom Lethal Protector. You always see the issue 1 going up, and It's the red version. Some people, of course, everyone wants the white or the gold or the black, but it's always the red one that goes up. But I had the entire series 1 through 6, and I put them together, put it as a lot, and the guy who bought it sent me an email. He said, I've been looking for this whole series for years. Thank you for having it. Greatly appreciate that you had it available. And I think that's kind of what I like to be able to kind of do. I also had an Infinity Gauntlet run from 1 to 6 that I put up as well, because I read them when I bought them, but I'm not going to read them again. But it's also good because people put up in issue 1 or issue 6. But if you have the chance to have an entire run, then it makes sense. So, kind of start evolving my picks towards that. So if there are things that tie in or things that make some sense, then if I have them, I'll put them together. Like I know there's the Maximum Carnage on, I want to say SpiderMan Unlimited, and most people have the issue 1, but I have issue 1 and 2. So I plan on, I guess the next auction I have, I'll pull that up and then present that as well, so someone has a chance to win that. So get some idea of what I look for when I start digging through bins. What issues, not necessarily that I'm going to grade, but enhance my collection because they're have some significance in that character's run. And so one of the ones I got went and got Hellraisin. This is the 3rd print. I got it because, of course, it says this is the, I guess, first actual full appearance of Punchline. So now I've got the Batman 89, which is a cameo. I have this, which is now the first appearance. I have 92, which is the first, I guess, her cover. I don't know, her second appearance cover. And the Joker 80th anniversary, which is her origin. So pick this up. I don't know if I'll get this slab or not, but at least have it. But if Punchline becomes a main character or really takes off like Harley Quinn did, then we'll do that. Now, I've heard a lot of speculation that they believe Punchline will kill off Harley Quinn. And my 2 cents, and that's all it is 2 cents, is I can't imagine DC killing off a popular character like Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's been in the DC universe since the early 90s when she came with Batman animated series. She is extremely popular. She's had 2 movies. She's very, very featured in children's animated series. And she has her own Harley Quinn Poison Ivy TV show as well. And she's got several her own, comic books. When you have a character that popular and utilizing that much of the market, while they could decide to kill her off, I can't imagine them doing it. Now, like I say, she has a full fight in Batman 93 with Punchline, and I got it and I read it, and I won't spoil it just in case some of you guys haven't seen it. But I just can't believe they'll kill her off because she means too much to current readers and next generation female readers. And she's so immersed in the DC universe, I can't imagine it would make any kind of marketing sense to kill her off. So, again, my 2 cents. That's all it is, my 2 cents. But from what I know of her presence in the DC universe and the I'll call it market penetration that she possesses, especially to the younger female viewers, I really can't see that happening. But we'll see. So if Punchline comes in, well, then great. So also now, so between that, one of the other books I picked up, this is Web of Spider-Man number 31. It's the first start of this story, six issue special part saga. And I remember this was important, and I ended up selling this one off. This when I, to my comic shop about 10, 12 years ago. But I found it, so I said, okay, this one has some good parts. A really great cover and in good condition, so I picked it up. I gotta tell you, if you ever get my lights, they are some of the best things to showcase your comics all the time. But I found this at my comic shop in the bin, very good condition, and I want to say I paid $4 or $5 for it. So it's one of those things where I'm thinking it's a good long term hold by. I don't know if I'll ever get it graded, but it's a good one to have. So I have that. Now I also did a quick run of Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man because, like I say, Spider-Man is extremely important in the MCU and in Marvel books all the time. While ASM is the most popular title and the best title, the other ones have some merit as well. So I went digging and got some early Spectacular Spider-Man, besides the 101, which Adam so greatly gave me, or Comically Flawed, and came across issue 4, which has a great cover with I want to say that's the Vulture on it. But that's gotten some traction. And first appearance of the HitMan. Why he's important, I don't know, but for some reason, first appearance of the Hitman's gotten some traction. And number 5, second appearance of the Hitman, plus another appearance of the Vulture. Again, the covers are really good because, again, like I said before, the Bronze Age and the Silver Age and the Gold Age always reflected some action sequence between the hero and a villain. So to try to attract the reader to go, okay, what's happened now? This is a continuation of the first one, and so now, something happened to Peter. He's not doing too well, but we got a spider killed. So what's this? Now, picked up number 6 because Morbius has an appearance. Also, got the Human Torch has an appearance, but mostly because of Morbius. Hot character. His first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 101, huge. Second appearance in ASM 102, huge. So I'm figuring any Morbius tie-in or appearance with Spider-Man will also get some traction, and it kind of is. So another good cover. So picked it up, a couple bucks. Figured hold it, and as the other stuff goes, this may go as well. Good buy and hold, and we'll see what happens. Also, again, another Morbius tie-in. Really great cover, really good art. Now, of course, all these back then are pretty much newsstands, so, and as everyone knows, back then, mostly everything was newsstands, very little direct. So, but another good cover, another Morbius tie-in. So, my thought was everything with Morbius is gaining some traction. This is another time with traction. It's a secondary source. So if you're looking for something that's gaining in some value, according to Go Collect, Comics Price Guide, not eBay because a lot of this isn't really trending yet on there, but on an upward trend, this is an easy, quick buy. You can find it in a bin if you start digging, and can get it for a good couple bucks, and be able to add it to your collection, and hold it for a while. Now, Rom, a character from the 70s. For some reason, his number 1 actually has traction. I have a couple issues of that. It's in my queue to go get graded, but it's down the pipe for a bit. So I've got other more valuable books that need to go. But I looked at this, and this gained some traction because it has an early X-Men appearance, a second team X-Men appearance in it. And when characters meet, they, depending on how important the characters are, they can add value to the run title. And I know that a lot of times what the publisher will do is when they have a title that's they're trying to really promote and pick up, they'll insert a new character or a new group or something, have a meeting, so that way with a more popular character, and that will help try to stimulate some sales. So this is issue 17. So Ram had been on the scene about a year and a half, close to a year and a half, and so putting the X-Men in kind of try to boost it up with him. And of course, you see him fighting Colossus, Storm, Nightcrawler, Wolverine. I'm not sure who this person is, but again, an X-Men appearance. So picked it up. Seems to have some traction. Again, not gonna flip it for a lot, but it's a good buy and hold. Who knows what happens? Now, SheHulk. Everyone's talking about SheHulk because she's getting her own show in the MCU. So I said, let's start digging some SheHulk and see what happens. So everyone talks about the Savage SheHulk, number 1. First appearance of SheHulk. But I found number 2. Second appearance of SheHulk. As I say, the 9/8 first appearance of SheHulk is really moving. So I like to say everything. If you can't get the first, get the second. So they would find the second, again, in very good shape. So I said with the series, it's not going to go crazy, but it's a good one to add value to your collection. And I think that's what my going out and digging does, because I try to find stuff that, like I said, I'm not going to necessarily grade it, but it's going to help my collection increase, because as the character increases, whatever things she has, I think also have some good value to increase in time. Okay, issue 3. Again, another early issue in good shape. We'll continue this again.